having a little bit more of a blast of a party. And no initial kills just about yet for any size as the Cruz is managing to secure the top deck for the moment for the likes of Somtam.
Yep, and as of now, nothing much crazy yet, but we saw some interesting interesting play coming from Boba early on in the previous round. This time, Somtam will be playing on the top deck and Satay on the bottom side. Let's see what kind of approaches comes from both these teams. Because as of now, we can see Satay at the lowest deck. As of now, the crew's checking deck by deck. They're looking for some sort of opening picks. Unfortunately, it is only pistol, so it's not much they can do from afar. Hopefully, they will be able to abuse the fact that they have elevation coming from Somtam. But Satay, once again, not revealing too much. They've made a lot of noise, but at the same time, they're just masking their footsteps alongside with their teammates on top. So it's hard to tell between enemy and foe at this stage of the game.
Well, I guess sometimes you will kind of know a little bit of that, but AVAX receiving a little bit boo. But Pungad, he managed to get himself back in safety as well, going in for a little bit of a revitalization, wrapping himself up with the first aid. While the Cruz is just checking every single one in this corner. They're just going to be waiting till it strings right in towards the middle. I don't know, maybe somebody's going to stand somewhere in between.
Is this going to be
And this is where Pungad comes in for a big fist fight between the two of them.
Oh, seems like they are going to go for Jeopardy as well. They're leaving out one top as well. And Somtam and also for the Jeopardy as well. It's going to be a chaos. Who's going to want who comes up on top? But eventually Jasmine comes up on top and Somtam takes the W. What am I watching?
That was a big party hitting towards the very final moment, and that's why I love the shipwreck in Santa Catarina.
And she got 3 kills.
Yeah, she got 3 kills because nobody had noticed her from the back. And she just rushed right in and being the fun one to have the last laugh overall. Now,
not gonna lie, that could have gone either ways. I have no idea. There was zero tactics. That is all just
cluster mess.
Cluster. I would say, I don't want to say it, but that was just a chaotic cluster.
Yep.
I'm not gonna go into that.
Yeah, that's why I call it a cluster mess. So
that's a pandemic.
Put it all aside, you know. Now Pungad's gonna be going on at M16 as well. He's just lurking out for the corner.
Okay.
Spots nobody from the side of Satay, so he's just going to, you know, keep himself safe. He got attacked by the outskirts of the zone.
The zone hits pretty hard. Oh
yeah, like that's 50 HP gone.
I know, right?
I felt that he really had to tread very carefully.
There's no way he can out-heal that, right?
Into its Mammoth Bones, of course, where members of the side of sometimes playing the massive access on Fronto! Hits the boss with only one skin of a teeth.
So close. What a pixel shot coming from Pungad. But as of now, sometimes they have the elevation. However, the fall damage is going to be taken into account as well. They're setting up the Cruz as the backup plan, and that's going to be the opening he gets because that's going to be Dims bleeding out the zone. Means that the Cruz is still wildly lurking from the sides. FMP going to be taking on another one as well. ABAX goes for a couple of return nades, but the glue wall is going to save his life. Unfortunately, PFMP TV, he was going for a push, but ABAX won't go for the fall, and that's going to be Satay losing out every single member as Somtam takes a clean 2-0 in this second game.
Wow, this is them going on the streak, and this time around it's the Cruz here that really popped off with some really massive picks. And unfortunately enough, you know, like they've already got better leverage on their own terms by the containers. Now we're going into the maze in Kalahari already, and we've seen this before. You know, it does get a little bit more difficult because there's so many nooks and crannies that you need to know into this specific town. I won't call it a city because there's just not much going in this sort of corner. So
it's a labyrinth, I guess.
Exactly, just that. So Jasmine could be hiding by the edges here, hoping to find members out there. But the flank is looking pretty good though.
Oh, she's right in front of every member coming from Satay. And you can see the flush comes in. Time turret has been expanded as well. It's going to be a brawl between Bara as well as Jasmine and the glue wall as a safety insurance. She's going to be A-okay, but she needs to make a run for it. But at the same time, from behind, it's going to be a flank. But Pungad on the sides as well. They do take down Bara from the sides, but the Cruz also getting picked up. It's going to be down towards the 2v2. Pungard getting 2. He's looking for more, but he needs to go in for the heal. But as of now, he's running around, ringing around Roses, trying to outwave the aggression. But the Panther there caught him by surprise. Did not expect the flank in as Satay comes up on top. It is all up to FMP TV, but eventually gets finished off as Satay bites back.
Just seeing how well Satay has been able to actually start things off out there. And you really got to give it to ABAX alongside with Jasmine's, because she found that opening pick with a beautiful flank, hitting it towards the corners of the map. Now going into refinement here. I think this is even more tricky for both sides of the team. Just look at kind of compounds. Yes, Somtom probably has two buildings to work with, but when they need to exit out of that, that calls to question on who actually secures the middle containers first.
Yeah. I like Satay's map terrain a little bit more just because they have more way to work with. But Satay, it seems like Satay,
they don't care about it.
They don't care about the map terrain. They know they are disadvantaged. They are going to steal map control away from Somtom. And this is a big play coming from them. Because of this, Somtom, they are going to turtle up, but at the same time, they know what's up as well. They are going to be setting up preparations, but a lot of utilities already being expended coming from Satay, and will Somtom be able to stop this because they are regrouping the rest of members, and Satay, they're not getting any sort of picks yet, and they're trapped. They need to find a way to push in. It seems like the wraparound is going to work out, but Somtom, they're still split off. They have no way to go in for the cover as they are going through the prisons, and it seems like they don't find anyone, as you can see, coming from Satay.
Yeah, and the Cruise, he does have a little bit of an elevated angle against the side of Satay. Satay now bringing up a little bit of time turner, and that's a big frag that's being dropped right in. Jasmine goes down, Bara gets a kill, and it's going to be the rest of Satay managing to recuperate. It's a 2 versus 2 for a moment. They will be actually going for a save. FMP needing to actually outlast some of all these trades.
Glue Wall isolates him as well. FMP is stuck. He gets a turtle. Window cracks as well. He pushes out, but the zone is going to come in. Is he going to survive? Can he get a little bit more? And it seems like he is going to take him out with him as well. But the zone is going to flee him out as well. It's all up to Pungard. 1v2, and he takes one out as well. It's going to be 1v1. And it seems like Dibs is going to be reversed of him as well.
They're flushed out.
The zone is coming in as well. Pungard gets the full heal. But he gets pushed with Dibs with the one-shot pump, tying it 2-2. Woo! What an outplay coming from Satay. That was the play that they needed to get ahead of Somtom.
That jump shot as he secured that final blow against Pungard. Poon was ready to actually take him head on, but you know the damage was way too high that there was nothing that he could do about it. But
that was crazy. And not gonna lie, that was just insane coming from Deep Slur. Anything could have happened. Pungard looks like he had the upper hand. But guess what? The element of surprise is always the shotgun. One pump to your face, you're gone, you're deleted. I like how they went for the mix-up, but this time Satay once again switches up their approach again. They are going to be tackling from one angle as a full-man squad. They want to get map control. Unfortunately to say, in this particular round, this is not helping them at all. The terrain is not helping them at all. As this time, sometimes they smell what's up and they are going to pull a very similar strategy to themselves. It seems like Satay, they respect this. They will pack up and retreat and head in towards the console instead. Wow. But Pungard, he finds this as an opportunity. He's going to take advantage of the retreat. He's going to go for a massive flank.
And he might just be able to spot out Bara as well. I don't think that they heard the footsteps, but now they may just actually do so. Oh, shots being fired, and they're rushing right in! That's one way to catch Pungard with the whole members of Satay.
Price.
Just going at him.
Oh, the Cruz tries to go in for a little bit of assist, but Bara is already right in the face as well. The Cruz goes for the pop. He gets the two-shot in. Unfortunately, he's not going to be enough to finish him off. The Cruz actually counters it off with a time turner, forces Bara in, but the glue wall is going to isolate his fight as well. But the zone is coming in. He still has the room, but everyone from side is fighting him as well. He gets the reset, but at the same time, he gets another one as well. That means it's 2 down, but it's all up to Jasmine and FMP. But FMP gets shot off, and that's going to be Jasmine losing it out as Satay taking the lead. Match point for Satay.
Never have I really thought that members of the side of Satay will come up with such a cheese strat, a full rotation with 4 members here to really take them on, and that absolutely catches Somtom off guard. So currently, it's going to be the Cruz leading the pack for the side of Somtom when it comes down to the numbers of frags that they've gotten. But Dims, though, alongside with Bara and the ABAX, they've been able to really put those even numbers out into this fight. Now, going in between, it's going to be Satay pulling the same strat.
Okay, okay,
let's see what the
okay.
defense is coming from FMP.
Okay, Satay, they are just turning up. They're not making any sort of steps. This is interesting play from Somtam. Seems like they want to catch them off guard. Pungat, he has the elevation, but I don't think it's gonna do too much because Satay, they're looking to get super aggressive. The Cruz, he's pulled out his shotgun. He knows where they are. It seems like they are gonna get a couple shots in. Bara has tacked up a little bit more. He needs to go for the reset. Both teams playing on the edge of the circle. And Somtam, they're not committing into us out of the formation yet. It seems like they just want to lay low, wait for the utilities, force Satay out of position. As the Dims, they are slowly checking every single corner coming in. Suppressive fires has been made. Nothing major yet. Nate's also going to push back Satay a little bit more. But the zone will start to move very, very shortly. As Abax looks for a massive nade. Unfortunately, doesn't seem to connect. Shots has been made as well. Who's going to get it?
Bara now holding in the front lines here. Satay actually gets into a very good situation here. FMP with the initial shots. That's going to bring Frontal down. Abax goes down as well. Meanwhile, Dims over the top corner. He has it out right down below. The Put get a catch, and the Cruz unfortunately went directly into 2.
Dims better reset this, but they are choked into a very, very small tunnel. He bends a little bit across, but he's going to go for the shot. But Jasmine's with the spray down as Somtam will tie it 3-3. Every single round has made it to round 7, and guess what? The deciding match once again. Will Somtam take this 2-0 or Satay tie it out and drag it out to game number 3?
And the match point will come in once again by Refinery, but we're moving it slightly towards the eastern side. Refinery definitely one of the difficult places to play, and you just look at this. So there needs to be a little bit more of a priority when it comes down to some of all these angles where they just have to find ways to, of course, get this picks from those long corners. Lots of grenades are being tossed out, and this is going to be quite a challenging one because everybody needs to find either the top ground or even the lower side of the ridges just to make this work.
Okay, interesting strategy from Satay. They're giving up in their all-in push this time as they're going for the 2-2, but this time, Somtam, they're going for the aggressive push and sending Tree onto his one corner. Dims gets caught out as the Cruz, he needs to go for a reset. Is his team going to be able to provide any sort of assistance? Double Nade's also going to isolate the fight. He's going to be lobbing another as well, another glue wall to try and prevent his position. But Abax gets clamped up as Moonguard who takes him out, but Abax also trading off FMP TV 1-for-1, and there's going to be down towards the last 3 members. FMP TV gets picked up, but it doesn't come in. What are you thinking to Dims? And the Cruz will isolate him from the rest of the TV. And that's going to be a one-way angle with the glue wall as the Cruz shuts them all out. Satay, they're in drum though. Somtam 4v2. They have to go for the push. Frontos gets taken down. Bara's the last man center. The Cruz, he's looking for the gun down, and they take him all out. And Somtam takes 2-0 against Satay. Pungat with the MVP once again.
But I really want to give this to the Cruz because of him, who has been able to really lock them in towards this choke point where